Kyle loves the story of how when he was a little boy, he was coming home from school one day, and Matt was raking leaves, and Matt said, Kyle, what'd you learn in school today? Because our kids all said, blah, blah, blah. Not Kyle. He dropped his book bag, and he stood there for 15 minutes telling Matt everything he learned. Do you remember that, Matt? Matt, when Kyle told you what he learned in school that day?
He had it all down.
I know.
Did you pass the test that Friday, Kyle?
Oh, I remember her bringing them down. I had stuff in the garage sale and she brought them down.
I know.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Welcome, and what a wonderful turnout. Skip, stand up.
Who said that?
Probably Dixon.
What a wonderful turnout, except for some assholes. No, what a tribute to Pam. Thank you. I want to thank everybody that contributed to this, food-wise, and especially Mrs. Chris Guerrero, who did all these banners and made the proclamation.
Yay, Chris!
I welcome all the Tillman family, the Mossing family, whoever. Welcome to the neighborhood. It's too bad we're throwing her out. Yeah. So we just have a couple things. Oh, my little grandson. Anyway, first of all, we're going to have a proclamation. Because I am the Honorable Mayor of Close Park, Upper Close Park.
Upper.
I'm not.
You're the vice mayor.
And we have the Vice Mayor.
Yay!
It is now compound word.
The Vice Mayor of
Without lower close park, there's no upper close park.
So,
Hey, we have our backs to stand. Do we want to do this?
we want to show, well,
See, Vice Mayor's always thinking, maybe.
He's funny.
Yeah.
okay.
Would you guys like to see it?
Skip is available to look at later. A proclamation by the power invested in me by the idiots of Upper Close Park and by the power invested in me to declare unilaterally a vice mayor of Lower Close Park just to shut them up. I, the Honorable Skip Wernert, Mayor.
And I, the Honorable Tim Doran, Vice Mayor, jointly hereby declare
That the
8th of September
2012, in the year of our Lord, will be heretofore and forever known as the Beautiful Mrs
Tillman Day.
Tillman Day.
Sorry, the letters are a lot lower for me.
The letters are a lot lower for him. Skip's closer to it.
Said,
Until dementia sets in. So there you go, Pammy.
So it is written and so it is said.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it.
Timmy, lay it on the chair over there. So,
No, Pammy's got it.
just lay it on the chair.
Oh, that is.
Drape it over there.
One more thing to throw in the U-Haul.
You two are not idiots. You're good people.
Eric, are you sure? You really sure about that?
I don't know.
See what he got on.
Eric, I think you're
All right, Grandpa Dennis, you ready?
it's a lot for me and your mom.
What I do
No, I love you guys.
Oh my gosh.
the way, I'm standing under a butterfly bush. If anybody wanted to know. All right. On this date, the 8th of September 2012, in the year of our Lord, Half-Ass Productions presents There Goes the Neighborhood. In collaboration with the Close Park Village, a salute to Pam, the beautiful Mrs. Tillman. On the occasion of her imminent departure to that place way on the left called Utah. Our dear beautiful Mrs. Tillman, first of all, on behalf of all your family, friends, and neighbors gathered here today, we are presenting you with a gift of a little traveling money to be used as you see fit. A hearty thanks to all who contributed. Now, Pam, before you go waxing all sentimental on us, please be aware that your immediate neighbors, Ron, Larry, Tom, Denny, myself, Lou, and Gil, wondered how much it would cost to get rid of you, and now we know. So about 32 or some years ago, a young couple called John and Jackie Toth moved into 2129 Castlewood and took up residence. Well, Denny and I looked at each other and said, there goes the neighborhood. Little did we know that a few years later, the Toasts were intent on moving on up and relocated elsewhere. And so, without any consolation with us, without any consideration of their tall, dark, and handsome neighbors, the Toasts ceded and sold their wonderful home to the Tillmans. Oh my God. Denny and I wept. Tim Harmon and I drank. The kids put extra sugar in their Kool-Aid. And alas and alack, and resigned to the fact, we watched as the new young couple moved into their new dish. Introductions were made. Nosy neighbor questions were asked. And we learned all about them. And to our chagrin, we found out they were normal. Now, kids being kids, there's nothing cooler than watching wide-eyed as trucks and vans unloaded by big, strong young men discharge all their stuff. And one of the first things the kids noticed and remarked to us was, who's that pretty lady? And without even pausing, we replied, why, that's the beautiful Mrs. Tillman. And so it has been these last 30 years. Another one of the kids then asked, well, who's that guy with her, Mr. Skip? And I said, that's her husband, Mike. The child then asked, well, what's his story? I answered, well, all I know for sure that he's a Johnny. What's a Johnny, they asked. Johnny, I replied, is about 100 steps below a Central Lake. And some say a couple steps below a Franny. But to me, it's a moot point. And the kid said, okay, and ran away extremely confused. And sorry about that, Kyle, but you're not getting out of here that easy. And so the young couple settled in and not only became great neighbors, but wonderful friends. And then one day, late summer, early fall of 1986, I went to my dear friend Tim Harmon and said, Tim, we got us a road trip. And Tim said, how far? Detroit Metro, I replied. It's about a 12-pack. So off we went in Tim's big white station wagon to pick up a very special package. Pam and Mike Tillman were now Mom and Dad Tillman and brought little baby Kyle home to Castle.
Yeah! Woo!
Escorted by a couple of idiots, as usual. We pulled into their driveway and were greeted by a house full of family and friends whooping it up.
Yep. Yep.
Kyle, you had a great reception.
It was a great night.
And happy belated birthday, Kyle. He turned 26 on August 29th. And so the Tillman family settled in, secure in the knowledge that they were upper close park aristocrats. And raised their child along with all the other little rugrats of the neighborhood. The seasons came and went. The backyard barbecues, the impromptu picnics, pool parties at the Bennett's and later at the Woodies, the formal proms, Labor Day pig roasts, first communions and confirmations, birthdays and graduations, Halloween caroling and Christmas tree inspections,
That's what we do, yep.
and little wide-eyed innocents turning into teenagers and young adults and collegians. Mostly success, but sometimes a failing or two. We were together for the children, together for each other. As the years went by, the breeds moved in. The Horvaths moved on. The Blacks came along. The Harmons moved on. The Bradner clan took over. The Lansingers passed. And the Woodies set up shop, etc., etc. And Denny and I looked at each other and said, there goes the neighborhood. And so, beautiful Mrs. Tillman, we salute you and love you, and we'll miss you. You were there for us when Nancy passed, and you were there for Chris and Gil when Stevie passed, and for that we'll always be grateful. So hold your head up high, dear friend. You're on a new adventure. May the great Salt Lake Basin bring you joy and peace and contentment. It's not farewell, beautiful Mrs. Tillman. It's until we meet again. So God bless and Godspeed. You are always on our minds and in our hearts. And give your dear mom a close park hug. And by the way, get a job. And Mr. Dennis, help me one more time, and everybody else here. Please say the last line all together. Pam, since you're the one leaving us, there goes the neighborhood. As we bid you, dear friend, as we bid you adieu, I'm going to play something from the great John Denver for you. So hold on a second.
First speech after they lost their little dog, and remember he was dressed in black and and I'll never forget when. And I thought this is gonna be sad. I'm gonna fall.
I know, it was ridiculously funny.
Something's gone in
I know. Stupid dog. That was my line. That was my line. Stupid dog got hit by a Chevy. Oh my gosh. I know. That was a tribute to Bubbles. Polanski's dog. Yes. Yep.
All right, that's enough.
You're gonna start crying.
Okay. Oh, we don't all want to stare at her while she's sitting there crying.
I know. Kyle told me to videotape it. Should I stop?
No, no.
Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and tell me that you live for me.
I never thought it was done. I didn't know done with
Hey, Pam, you have watched my mom the most wonderful joy.
I'll be back.
We salute you with our love. We love you very much. I hope you will meet us. Love you, Mom and Aaron.
Yeah, this is funny. I like their whole
I know. I know. Oh, yeah. Well, he came from a family of thespians because his mother
brought us so
and
much
his dad
joy.
belonged to the
Very
Rosary
much joy when we
Cathedral
see each other.
Fireside Players, and it was a group of and they put on plays and stuff. Skip's family, yep.
I'm so stinking selfish when her house didn't serve
Damn.
good.
My mom would love to get
It's a year ago.
I know.
But, for her,
I know.
I'm glad.
I know.
Is that Skip's brother?
Yeah.
Spice.